sticking on the return of the Pac-12 season. Jack and we're going to kind of talk about what the ideal schedule is for the Bruins. The format is that they're going to do five. Yeah, they're going to do five in division games. You're going to play all divisional opponents, and then you have one interdivisional game in the regular season, and then another based on end of season seeding the weekend of the Pac-12 championship game. So, Jack, what is your ideal layout for the schedule, and who do you want the Bruins to face off against in the non-conference schedule?
Well, obviously, the first team that we should face is USC. There's nothing better than a rivalry game to kick a season off, to get everyone energized, to get everyone buying into the idea. Plus, if something does happen this season, the best case scenario would be getting a USC game. Even if things are canceled after week 1, we got the USC game. Like, that's it. If we're going across to the north, we have to play Stanford. After breaking that long streak last year, there's no way we don't play Stanford and get 2 in a row on them. Start a streak of our own, get one up on those guys over at Cardinal Dash. That would be amazing. So the ideal schedule is, again, USC week 1, catching them by surprise. Do something crazy. You saw Mike Leach's air raid offense at Mississippi State this week catch LSU completely by surprise. Something like that could happen at UCLA if they face USC week 1. Best case scenario is that they come out with a surprise win. Then you get your Utah week 2, hopefully at home. I don't know if they'll stick to the same home away schedule that they had, but hopefully Utah week 2, and then kind of go down easier in the stretch. Get your Colorado, Arizona State, Arizona. Hopefully the easier games are a little bit later. What about you, Sam? When do you want the USC game is what I really want to know.
I understand that with so much uncertainty, you just kind of want to get it and be done. I still think the USC game should be at the end of the season. I don't know how likely that is. I have no idea what they're possibly planning, but it's nice when there's a full season of build-up. So there's more stakes to the USC game, like there should be, like there usually is. I know this isn't normal. It's the new normal, but we want to make it as close to normal as possible. And you want to know that, okay, this UCLA-USC game, the winner goes to the Pac-12 championship game, or USC is undefeated and UCLA hasn't won yet, and they get to play spoiler. To have those storylines is so priceless, so valuable that you kind of have to have that at the end of the season for it to really pay off. In terms of who I think they should play from the Pac-12 North, Stanford's obviously a good one. It's an in-state rival. They broke that streak last year, but I will say they broke the streak. The monkey's off their back. If you can only play one, you kind of got your business done last year against Stanford. I would say you play Cal, who another team that they match up with during rivalry week these past 2 years, or 2 of the last 3. It switches off between Cal and Stanford. They're kind of both right there. But UCLA has played Cal every single season going back to 1933. And you really just don't want that streak to break. It's a similar situation with Stanford. I did a little research. UCLA and Stanford have played every season going back to, I think it's 1928, except the 3 seasons that Stanford's program took off during World War II. So there's not a UCLA broke the losing streak against Stanford, and the streak of how many seasons in a row they play each other is shorter. So personally, I would have to go Cal. Maybe get a little revenge for the way the UCLA's season ended last year. The final week of the year, it was just a big old dud against Cal. And Dorian Thompson-Robinson did not play his best football. Chip Kelly did not have his best game scheme-wise. And the seniors really didn't get to leave with a positive mark. And while they're not here, I think it would be a great way to kind of reset the program to boost some life into it if UCLA can come back and get some revenge against Cal.
That's a good one. Obviously, Cal, Stanford, big in-state rivals. I'll throw a dark horse in there. I would love to see UCLA play Oregon. Now, they weren't supposed to play Oregon this year at all. Even when the 10-game schedule was released, Oregon was the one Pac-12 team UCLA wasn't supposed to face. But if you truly want to show that your program is back, that you are one of the best, that you can prove you're one of the best, you have to face the best. And playing Oregon in the Rose Bowl, hopefully, presumably it would be at the Rose Bowl, would be a great matchup for UCLA. It would really be a litmus test to see how far Chip Kelly has come in his 3 years.